Alrighty, let's get everything situated. I guess this. Alright, today we are back testing 30-minute. Let's wait till some more people get on the live because no one's in here. Redeem promotion, get more, all the things, okay. Let's get some people in here before we start getting to the nitty-gritty. Share live or notifying viewers that you're live. Chopped 1 8. Yeah, this is a 30-minute. Okay, we got some people in here. Okay, cool. So today I want to talk about how I lost $900 when I knew where it was going to go. Let's talk about it. So I kind of got faked out. I did not get faked out. I got impatient. So we had waiting on the 1 hour time frame, or the I think, let's talk about it. On the 1 hour, that's what we've been backtesting. What we're backtesting tonight is 30-minute analysis, 1 hour, 5-minute execution. And here's why. Because I did 1 hour analysis, 1 minute execution on this day. Liquidity sweep, boom. But it traded in this range for a while. I went down to the 1 minute, right? What I saw, my first trade, because like I said, I'm full porting to get max funded, so I need to go down in contracts because my first trade was this fair value gap, but I did not wait for the candle to close below it. This wick faked me out basically, and I didn't wait for the candle to close. I probably had like 2 seconds. Got to sell. It did not close below. You always have to wait for your candle to close. If your candle does not close, you did not get a confirm of direction. So I lost like $567 on that trade, which was not fun. So my max drawdown for my 50K count is $1,000 a day. So then we got a candle close on this one. I got in this trade, right? Right here. However, our drawdown was massive because of the choppiness. It was a choppy day on the 1 minute. So I got stopped out, I think, liquidated like here. That was like the extra $400. You see what I'm saying? So I'm going down to 3 micros tomorrow. And then it ran all the way fucking down. So I'm thinking today we're going to backtest the 30-minute time frame, 5-minute execution, because on the 30-minute, one, we get a change of character or a microstructure shift. On the 1 hour, you do not get that. It's just these long candles and they're just big ranges, which we were trading in a big ass range, as you saw how big the stop loss was. So in the 30-minute, we could have waited until we broke this swing low. So we closed below this on the 30-minute, then we should have gotten the trade. That could have been our like saving grace type thing. So we would have got in here for a stop loss. Maybe it's still kind of big though on the 5-minute, and then took it all the way down, which is still a great risk to reward and way better than before. However, also on the 5-minute, we got a candle close on my original, which is lower than this one. You see how low that is? However, we do get a fair value gap here, a bearish one on the 5-minute. Would I have traded this? Probably not though. You know what I'm saying? Because it's still very choppy. But our entry could have been once it tapped into this fair value gap for a way better risk to reward. And I think I even had my stop loss at the top of this candle because this was so far, and it was still to kind of stomp me out. I probably would have moved it up, but you always have to do the most prominent highs. I always say that even if it's far, you have to put at these most prominent highs because we're not continuing the uptrend until we break these highs. It can take out all these, which it did, and then go lower, but we're not in a whole new direction until it takes out this. Some people took this trade on the 1 minute, but this is 925. Like we were already almost there. I did not take that. But those are the people who already probably have a lot of money, so they could scalp. So we could have got in there for a better risk reward here on the 5 minute. So today, that's what we're gonna back test. We're gonna back test 30-minute analysis. Look at that beautiful ashtray. I was so pissed because I would have got back in it if I didn't liquidate myself. So I need to make room for drawdown when I'm doing this full pour. I'm trying to get funded in 2 to 3 trades, basically. So I need to make sure I have room for drawdown if I'm risking a lot. You know what I'm saying? Or just get in at a confirmation. So those are. See how this entry is better than waiting till we break that pink line. However, they both work. Whatever you feel. Like I said, I know with me, I don't wait back for fair value gap taps. That's why I probably would have still got in like down here, or maybe up there. It was just the choppiness. I would have had to just got in low and had my stop loss. I also think I do want to start trading live. I just don't really believe in trading live for free because of the emotional strain it could have on the trader. But I'm also thinking of trading live free for a little bit, just to see if I'm even good at trading live, because I could be a fucking fucktard. However, like on this, you see my analysis was right. So that's why I kind of do want to trade live, because even if I lost money today, because I was watching, his name is Unprofitable Trader on YouTube. I think his name is like KO, this Asian kid. He was looking at buys right here. And I was like, no, sir, we're reversing, but we just had a really choppy reverse. That's why it faked. It didn't really fake me out. I just got impatient, but it faked him out, and I lost because it was just a lot of movement. So I kind of do want to trade live like he does, but I also kind of want to trade live with a subscription, like a $2.99, like something super cheap though. Like it's like $2.99 a month or something. It's not even like a lot, but just enough that like if I'm gonna be trading live with my real money and maybe losing my own money, I feel like if you're gonna copy me, and also I'm giving you good analysis. So I would have been like, I even would have been on the 1 minute like, y'all, I got in this trade, but y'all should not get in this trade because yes, I got in it, but we did not get a candle close, and y'all would have listened to me and not gotten a candle close, and then you would have got it on the second one, and you would have had your stop loss up here, and you would have made a bunch of money today, and you would have been like, thank you, even though I lost money today, because it's just a patience thing. It's not an execution thing. It's not an analysis thing. My analysis is probably one of the best analysis in the game. However, I'm still a beginner. I am also in a Cancer, so I'm just an emotional person, and I don't have patience with anything. I never have, and I will one day to be a profitable trader. But I'm good enough that I'm a break-even trader. I'm not unprofitable, but I'm just not as profitable as I should be because of things like this. But I think with the 30-minute, we have, like, we can, like I said, even if the entry was late, it ran down the rest of the day. But so let's go and back test this a little bit. New York session. I switched the New York session to 10 o'clock, which I shouldn't have done that. Oh no, it still shows 9:30. Okay. So we're on the 30-minute. We already swiped this liquidity here. I also changed the colors of this for like internal liquidity is orange now, because the blue and the blue is stressing me out. I like different colors for everything. I know some people don't like that, but I do. External here. External here. We have strong. We can look at the 1 hour and the 4 hour for like our analysis, because today was a clear CRT on the 4 hour. I'll show y'all. Right there. This was the day. These two white candles. That was the day we swept this CRT, and you were taking it to this CRT if you wanted to, or you take it to sell side liquidity. That's all you do. That doesn't happen every day, even though people like to swear it does. It kind of does, but it's like you know, like see like CRT and then back up, CRT, swept highs, back down, CRT, and then kind of back up. Oh, I hate when I get a phone call. But yeah, so that's it. So let's just go back. I don't even know what this is. And we kind of do, yeah, we have like sell side already swept, so we're probably going to upside. We do have a fair value gap here. So let's go back to the 30-minute. And let's see how it plays out. And or you can wait for it to sweep sell side to keep going lower. But here's our overall bias for lower. And then let's see how this plays out. Okay, swept buy side, came back in, 5 minute, not 1 minute. I mean, still no, yes, there was no change, there was no market structure shift or anything to show that we were going down still. So you could maybe get into this trade here, like some people did. I try to wait. I try to catch now. My goal is to catch the big move of the day and take one good trade. Now we kind of have a change in the state of delivery. Boom. So you could get in here. You could wait a little longer for it breaks these swing lows above this high, which I don't like to do. And we'll just take it to this low here. Boom. Let's see. Boom. See, this is what we want every day. This is what we're trading. This is how we're trading every day. This is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. Now, like I said, I'm trying to, because you see how I get faked out easily on the 1 minute and the 5 minute. We saw it today. I just showed you how. That's what we're trying to look at these higher time frame charts, see where it wants to go, and then these targets are all far. We're in a higher time frame chart. You know what I'm saying? Now, I would have been on live trading this for hours, which I don't like to do. This trade it was like 1 p.m. before it hit down here, which I like to be off by 12. And this entry, I think, was at 12. If we waited to break, well, if we waited to break this, no, it's right at 11:30. If we waited for it to break this. So I'm like, I think I might as well just start live trade. I think I'm gonna live trade for free, because you always should give people free stuff first before you start charging them. I'm a firm believer of that. So I think I might live trade for a month for free and then do subscription, but we'll see. I feel like $2.99 a month is super cheap though. And I'll still do live recaps like this. Every night we're gonna go over my trade and then we're gonna back test. Great trade right here. Next day. Back to the 30-minute. And I think with this one, you really don't even need S&T. So I kind of got rid of my ES chart, and I've just been using 30-minute and 1 hour and 30-minute. But I'm probably going to go back to ES because I can easily flip between the 1 hour and the 30-minute. Like I can just do my analysis. And I think, sorry, one more thing. On the 1 hour, since these are ranges, you should mark out the tops of the ranges, because technically if it didn't trade sideways today, right, you would want it to sweep these highs and then go, so technically you could have traded this whole candle here, this white candle, you could have traded it downside to upside, upside to downside. If you are a CRT trader, I am not. So like you could have, I think someone did actually. I think a guy on Twitter, again, when they're rich, they can take these small moves. I think he did do a 1 minute to the upside. It took out like this liquidity. I think he did take that trade. That could be for you if you want to do that. However, you want to, these are your ranges. If you trade CRT, this is why I have different colors. This is our overall liquidity. This was a PM session. This was yesterday. This is where we want to go. However, with CRT, say it did not go up there, but it swept here and then started going down, you could have took this trade from the pink line to the bottom pink line. You see what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't trust, if it didn't sweep here and we're close, it would go down, probably go back up and then go down. But so you wouldn't take it all the way down like this. However, when we took this major liquidity out, I knew we were going down. So I don't understand why that boy was bullish today. But like I said, he is a beginner trader. He says he's an unprofitable trader, and he lost like $1,800 today, which I felt very bad about, but I lost half of that. So, and I knew where it was going. So that's why I'm like, I always show this stuff to you guys, because you might be a more patient trader than me. You might be a better executor than me, and you will make money even though you don't know where it's going. I'll show you where it's going, you'll act on it, and you'll make money. So you'll treat your hour candles like ranges. So once we start going down, like we're going down now. Like once we close below this, we're out of this range, we are continuing down. So you would treat it like you would want liquidity sweeps. On the buy side, we have equal highs, so this will be a target eventually. Again, these equal highs, it's a lot of liquidity resting up here, and it traded sideways up here, but who knows what day that it will be. Maybe tomorrow, maybe Monday, who knows. So you'll treat your hour candles like ranges, so you kind of wait to be safe to it to come back in the range, but it did that to me today. See, it faked me out. We came back. I thought this was like a straight liquidity sweep, like turtle soup, so I got in early here, and then it wanted to like play around, and it didn't. Cause I was scared the 1 minute was gonna fake me out, and it really didn't. It did give me some bad entries though, compared to the 5 minutes. So let's go back. This is a new day. Do we have any liquidity? We do. So mark out your external liquidity different colors than your internal, because you can take, we're on high time frames now, so you can take these internal trades anytime you want. I did it on my $1,200 day. What was that, Tuesday or Wednesday? Like I literally took a 1 minute like internal trade, liquidity to liquidity, even though it did run up the rest of the day, but I made my money. And I think that's the only internal liquidity. We didn't sweep anything, so we're on the 30-minute. Wait, is this the day we already did it? Yeah, we just did this trade. That was the upside to the downside. We literally just did this. Next New York session. I was like, that didn't do anything. It's the same thing. Okay, we're already down. We're kind of back up. We kind of took out liquidity here. We do have a nice fat one here. It looks like we're going up to here, but this could have been a nice little pullback. We did invert this fair value gap on the 30-minute. Like I said, I don't really consider inversions on the higher time frames. I mean, on that hour and 30-minute chart today, once we inverted this fair value gap, we ran down the entire day. So, and this one, even though these would be green, I'm just not doing it right now. Once we close below these, we just ran down the rest of the day. So let me shut up about inverted. So let's see, technically we already closed above, but we got a wick, like we want to go back down. Internal liquidity sweep here. And then we have a bunch of internal liquidity points in here. Sorry, y'all. I live in Mexico where it's loud and the windows are paper thin. So you're gonna hear everything outside while I'm doing this. Okay. But then we also have a fair value gap here getting inverted also. So we'll see which one trumps. 9:30. I mean, sometimes too, I've noticed, especially when I was doing this yesterday on the 1 hour, your 9:30 is already closed. You can kind of see if you want to get in on this trade from here to here. I personally, like I said, now want to wait for it to sweep and then go back to the other side for a bigger move. But you can technically, I would want it higher up here before I take it down because it's already halfway to here. But if that's your thing, you could take that down. Oh, see, you would have got stopped out. This is why I say wait for the 9:30 candle to close, because this shit will fake your ass out. Swept liquidity in a long wick down. So let's go to the 5 minute. That was quick. Still no change in delivery technically. We kind of got a line here. So this is a, I don't know if I like that, but for trading, for back testing, since we're not spending any money, YOLO. There's a big wick. Let's see. Oh, go. Yep, worked out perfectly. Don't be scared. Just get in the trade. We're 2 for 2. Someone said, what are you doing? I'm back testing and testing a strategy. What is RGAT? I don't know what RGAT is. For whoever's asking. We're just back testing and practicing how we would trade every day on the market. And I showed a recap of my trade this morning that I lost. But I knew where it was going. That's what we're doing. So this is how you should trade every day. And it's working beautifully, this 5-minute and 30-minute. So I'm going to do this tomorrow. I kind of want to trade live tomorrow, actually. So y'all get on live with me tomorrow. 9:20, 9:25 tomorrow morning Eastern time. I'll get on live and trade. It might be paper trading, but it might be on the funded. Who knows? Okay, we have liquidity. We already are close to. So we might as well just wait for it to sweep it out. Let's get back to the 30-minute number one. I keep doing that. So technically liquidity is up here. We'll keep the other one. And then we have a lot of internal liquidity, and these are relative equal lows. And then we have internal here. So I feel like we're just gonna go up here, wait for it to show us it wants to reverse, or we'll let it go up here and let it show us that it wants to reverse. This is it. Boom. Strong wick. Go to that 5-minute. Like I said, you're not gonna wait for this to close unless you get a day like we had today. You can wait for it to close, but once you get a rejection off this, you're good. Even though it did kind of fake me out today, but that's why you just go on the lower time frame and you see like this isn't enough for you to get in. I don't think it could be. This is a strong hammer. We got 2 strong hammers, and the next candle could be big as fuck. So, but since this is a small-ish stop loss, you can risk it. It ain't too big. When it's big like it was today, I wouldn't risk it if you're not sure. See? Keep me around, y'all. We're all gonna be millionaires. And that's why I'm backtesting every day. Because as I'm backtesting with y'all, I'm trying this the next day. So this is what I'm doing tomorrow. I'm going to do 30-minute analysis and watch the chart on the 30-minute chart, then go to the 5-minute to execute. This is why you backtest. You see how fast that was? You see how smooth and beautiful that was? We're like what, 3 for 3? 4 for 4 already? Let's go back on the 30-minute because I keep forgetting to do that. This is just beautiful. Beautiful strategy. Let's see. I mean, this was the yesterday liquidity. Will we go up there today? I don't know. I don't care. You don't even care. You just want the market to give you a reaction. The market is going to show you something. We already have an inverted fair value gap here, though, that we closed below. Like I said, that 9:30 candle will come. And then we came up here, wicked it, double tap. Let's see. Let's do Asian lows. And then let's do here. And then we do have a gap here that if we close below, we're going to keep going down. So let's see. This is 9:30. All right, let's see. Let's mark out. And we did get a liquidity sweep here. Like it kind of gave like 9:30 already did it. So I said sometimes at 9:30, them internal ones go crazy. Like we already swept this liquidity here, and we ran down enough. So that could have been a trade you got into. Let's see in the 5-minute. Let's look. Yeah, 9:30 candle came up. You could have got. You probably would still wait for this candle to close though. So we can stay on the 5-minute actually with this point. We got a liquidity sweep. Our next internal ones are going to be up here. If it wants to, because it can. I've seen it wick, it go up, fake me out. It's done this. I got in. I used to just trade the 9:30 candle, and then it gone up and stopped me out. That's why I kind of like stay on the 30-minute, you know. But see, keep me around. See why you gotta let that 9:30 candle play out, because it will disrespect your hopes and dreams. I tell you. Boom. Wick we're in. We are in like sin. And days where it just keeps running. I played some of those yesterday. Let's see if we can get 1 to 2. We marked this on a higher time frame, so it's gonna fill. Or there's liquidity right here. Let's see. For 1 to 2. No, I want at least 1 to 2. I could be getting greedy here. Or there's London lows right here, actually. I don't know. This might be a trailing stop type thing if we get into here and it wants to reverse from here. Oh, stopped out. So we got, this is our first loss. So now you can either get in on this trade, but it's already so close to this liquidity that I feel like we either need to wait for it to sweep it and go higher, or, oh, I hate when I do that, or wait for it to do reverse from up here. And this is why you don't go on the 5 minute before you see the movement, because look at this. See what I'm saying? You see how quick you get faked out on the lower time frames? This is why it's like I need to sit on a higher time frame, because I'll get faked out just like that. Because on this, we didn't get a wick on 30 minute. We have no interest in getting in this trade yet. But see, we got on the 5 minute because we saw that liquidity sweep, and we saw, you know, this wick, and it fucking faked us out. So that's why, like I said, you can't break your rules. See what happens when you break your rules when you trade? You just lose money so fast. So now, I feel like we're gonna react off this zone here, but let's see. If you're not confident for it to either keep going up, you wanna wait for it to come back into the range and stay there for a little bit, unlike I did today. So you can wait for it to come back under this line, which you should. That's still a little indecisive, but we'll go on the 5 minute for that. Yeah, not ready to enter on the 5 minute either. We have a wick, and then we have a fair value gap here that we need a candle close below. Okay, now we're in. Now we're in the trade. And this is a major liquidity, as you saw. We marked this one the day before this and today. So it getting swept today is a good sign. Now we can take it to these lows. You don't even take it all the way to London. Or you can take it to this low here, up to you. I'm gonna make the stop loss a little bigger, but that's still, like I said, maybe be risking a lot of money to maybe get stopped out. There we go. Okay, see, it kind of hit this liquidity and bounce back, but it still could go our way. You could take your losses here if you want for a small gain. I mean, take your wins here. Wick, candle close, sold here. I would be mad at that. I don't mind taking my money. But if we're right, yeah. So there's a liquidity point right here, the stop loss, which is almost a 1 to 5. Yeah, once you start reversing like this, I would have closed, but maybe held this 1 to 1.5. But let's see. It can still come up here like it did today and then go our way until we break this high. Yeah, once we got like this, we're probably, you close out your trade too for a small loss. I don't give a fuck. Cause see, yeah, it stopped us out. So yeah, not a bad trade. Could have been a loss. Could have been a sold early in profit. Could have been a break even. Like once you got to this point, stop loss to break even. Boom, you already hit halfway. You could do that as well. Some people don't like doing that, but for days like this, obviously your wins are gonna be bigger than your losses anyway, so you don't have to do this, but you could. All right, another one, 30-minute chart. Next day, trading the NASDAQ. What we got going on? We have external liquidity here, external liquidity with equal lows here, and here. It's giving wants to go down first, but gotta wait and see. I don't go in with the bias. I let it show me. Sometimes the bias is obviously very obvious. We'll mark out this internal one too. I like this. So, okay, went down. We're here. I don't see any signs of it looking back in. There we go. Now, obviously that was fast, so we would have got in somewhere around here. Go to the 5 minute. Like I said, looks like I want to go down first, didn't I? We really don't have a change in same delivery as well. This is not too bad of a stop loss if you want to just jump in, being overconfident. Or you can wait for, this is a big fair value gap though. So, I guess we would get in somewhere like this to take it to here. That's still a good trade. They didn't even take it all the way up to the other side. That's just one candle. I don't really like it though, but that is a big liquidity point. And it took out this one too and rejected. Like, that's some big liquidity. So you kind of want to wait for a change in state delivery. Sometimes when it's something like this, like two candles, a big fair value gap on the 5 minute, maybe you go to the one. Yeah, because on the 1 minute we got swing highs broken, closed above to the upside. This might be tapping back into a fair value gap. Oh no, it kind of wicked until this green one, so you wouldn't even got in until way up there, which is not good. They have this wick here, but let's see. Okay, this is one of those ones where we would trail stop because you see it's starting to reverse on us. But being scary paid off. So yeah, you would have probably sold here for a 1 to 2, which is really good. The 1 to 2 is good. I like to get a 1 to 2 or above. We can hold it and see, but we're already reversing. We already have made lower lows. Like, we're kind of on the down. Once you run up and get a big down like this, I would get out. You want retracements and everything, but you don't want these big down candles as well. So I don't know. See, listen to me, keep me around. So you'd have had a 1 to 2 day, which is pretty good. You would have risked 200 to make 4, 100 to make 200, 250 to make 5. Like, it's not that bad of a day. And then you could have got back in if you wanted to for some sales for a double trade for these Asian lows. Maybe there's a lot of equal lows down there. So you would have won this trade here, sold here, and then maybe got in at the bottom of this candle to go down to here like this. I wouldn't. If I made my money, I'm off the charts, I'm sorry to say. However, I know a lot of people who take 2 to 4 to 5, 6 trades. See, you could have made a lot of money that day. You want to keep going. It might keep on going too. Oh no, that was the spot. That liquidity point, it sure was. So yeah, you could have did 2 for 2. Let's see what that looked like on the 30 minute in case. So yeah, that was a good trade on the 30 minute because it wicked for us, like I said, because you wouldn't wait for this whole 30 minute candle to close for reasons just like this. Even if you wanted this second trade, you couldn't have got it if you waited for this whole 30 minute candle to close. You would have missed all the action. So you get a reaction, go to the 5 minute, wait for it to give you a market structure shift or something for NAS, crypto, Forex. Are you asking me or are you telling me? Oh, sorry, I asked you the question. Hey, I have a really good signal service. Oh, yeah, no. I mean, if y'all want to join his signal service, you can. I don't do signals for Forex, crypto, and the NASDAQ. So, yeah, 2 good trades. Boom, here, cut your losses. And this is confirming that it's going to run down for a little bit. Boom. You would have took this, though, only to this point of liquidity. You wouldn't have known it was going to sweep that low. And you had 2 for 2 on the day. That's it. This is how you're gonna not get faked out. This is how you're not gonna lose money. This is how, even when you're impatient like me, you're gonna be able to guess where the market's going. I mean, I already know the market's going, but just play it properly. Okay, we got a lot of short candles here. Let's do a few more. Did my computer freeze? There we go. I do have a lot of tabs open. I'm a tab girl. I have all the tabs open all the time. It's really bad. Okay, inverse right gap. It's given we want to go up here. Did we already break this one? Okay, no. So we're gonna wait. This is one of those ones we're gonna wait for it to go up here. You might can catch it if it takes out some of these external ones first, like goes down first, reacts off of them, and then go up. But I just have a feeling on 30 minutes, it's just gonna go straight up. Then once you want to come back down, here's the target. But you can target once you get way up here, you can target any one of these orange lines. That's the good thing about the higher it moves, the better. What platform are you using? This is FX Replay for just back testing, but it looks like TradingView, which is TradingView is what I use to chart. NinjaTrader is what I use to trade. And that's that. So NinjaTrader, TradingView, FX Replay. It's $35 a month for FX Replay. Okay. Boom. Alrighty, we're gonna see if it's gonna go higher. Boom. Love it, love it. And then we got a wick right there. So now we're going down. You're gonna wait. You wanna wait now for, let's see, we do have a Everday gap to be inverted, but that's kind of far down from your stop loss. We do have a good, maybe let's wait for it to close below this candle. Or we can wait for the inversion. Let's see. See, wick. Dang, I mean, it's a big candle though, that really sucks. Bad entry. So if we weren't scary, we would have took it here to here. If we are, since we were scary and being safer, I mean, this is a long candle. I probably would have just gotten in a little earlier before it closed, because something like this, not as great, but boom. See what I'm saying? Great trades. Great fucking trades. Both internal liquidities were swept. This is what I'm talking about. Will it go all the way to London? I don't know, but I also don't care, because once I make my money, I'm off the charts, so it doesn't even matter. So you could have took that first one if you weren't scary, for what, a 1 to 6 almost, and this one would be a 1 to 3. So you wait for the inversion, or you could have even, I mean, we could have just done this candle close like I originally said. The candle close below the orange line. So that's not bad either. And then you could have had a tighter stop loss. So this is how you should be trading every day. See, they really had one loss at what, 6 trades? This is okay, almost a 90% win rate at this point. Because unlike most people, I like to let the market tell me where it wants to go. However, I just sometimes will get faked out on lower time frames by moves like this. I'll get in late here and go here, but might take profits here, so I get stopped out instead of waiting for real, like I'm doing now. But also it's different on replay too, because this is why I suggest backtesting, but I don't always suggest trading first and then backtesting once you're obviously unprofitable, because how fast this is going is not gonna be how I'm so emotionally chill, but in real time, this is hours, minutes of candles just doing this in your face. So you gotta be one of God's strongest soldiers to do it. And it's really not that hard. I just don't know why I trade like that. All right, first of all, this is the 5-minute chart. So we gotta delete all this. Make sure no one's been talking in the chat, because I'm really bad at looking at the chat. Okay, we got a wick. We got a little CRT going on. We did sweep this liquidity here and reacted from it. The next one, we have this big ass gap. So I'm gonna just mark this If it wants to go higher, it clearly looks like we already want to go lower. But like I said, let's let it react off something. So we'll mark the internal ones in case it wants to go higher first. And then if you need more, because it's a big gap, you just go on like a 15-minute or 5-minute and mark out some liquidities in here. You can even mark off, 50% of the gap if you want. I don't know. Let's do an internal here. And then we have a lot of like not strong ones. I don't like these, but. And then there's this one and this one. Okay. 30 minutes. Let's see what we get. Okay, we got a buy side. We got a wick off this. Let's see. That's the middle of the fair value gap. It's not looking like we want to change direction. So let's keep playing it, and or you can get in for a buy for here to here. Because 3 green candles, we don't have any reds, we don't have any sign that we're reversing right here. But it could come up here and reverse, like you just never know. So yeah, see, you would have got in. Come on, there we go. So that's the trade number 1. Now, you know me, I'm waiting for that big kahuna, which I think I already got. I could be wrong. Jesus. Like I said, if I took this one, I would just take my money for the day. These happen just so fast. That's a little scary. But these, when I always see 3 candles like this, with a bunch of wicks on both sides, but it's like all green, it usually means it's gonna keep going. So just so you know, but that's just price action. But see, yeah, we technically should wait for the change in state delivery. I did not. So let's see. Oop, nope. See, this is exactly why you do what? You take your money and run. You don't keep trading. Yes, even this wick would have faked this out. And keep going higher. Yep, it just was a day where I wanted to just go higher. And that's why I try to catch both. And even on the 30-minute, we got a wick a little bit, but then once it closed, which after we went on the 5-minute, you could have got back on the 30, and this is signs to buy. Keep buying, 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 buying. No signs of, again, going down. So that's why when I have one good trade, I just take my money and get off the charts. So, or this is the day you don't trade. I'm trying to get better at either these, which I execute them like at a 50% rate, or just not trading days like this. If it doesn't reverse at my liquidity point, I don't care. However, it's just too much room to, this is a big move. There's just so much room to get into that move, like I said, that we did it. And then if it's going up more to that that other liquidity point, like you could have took it to here. It might even go all the way up to here. In 5-minute, what does that look like? Look at that, boom. Nice 1 to 3. And then this is gonna be almost a 1 to 4.5. Like I said, cause I trade one contract, so it's like I don't have. I used to when I traded like on forex prop firms, cause they give you so much drawdown that I would have multiple take profits like this. But on futures ones, I don't really trade multiple. I mean, I do trade multiple contracts, but I don't do multiple take profits. I just stick to one that's a decent risk to reward, and then I'm off. This is all ICT content on YouTube for free from ICT himself. Exactly. This is all ICT concepts. He teaches for free. I literally, not gonna lie, learning something from this. Period. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to improve myself. That I have to do this every day, and then y'all are gonna join, and y'all are gonna learn too. But yeah, ICT teaches this. But this is also like a mix of me. That's why when you start trading, you're gonna learn ICT, you're gonna learn whatever, but you're gonna cater your trading to yourself. So that's why I picked the 30-minute time frame, because I need something that doesn't get me faked out. Because if I was sitting on the 5-minute today, I mean, where's 9:30? I mean, technically, this isn't bad. If this is one of those days where I would have got in after this 9:30 candle, maybe, or even when the candle closed above this and took it up to the liquidity point, and it wouldn't have bit me in the ass. But there's just days like today where it will trade sideways like this, but before I enter, and I'll just get trigger happy. So I'm gonna sit on the 30-minute chart to not get trigger happy, and then get in once I see some momentum. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to do, because I'm a beginner and I'm an emotional person and an impatient person. You don't know CRT, do you? Okay, CRT, I have a love-hate relationship with CRT, because one, it's just basically liquidity, buy side, sell side. But when you watch people try to trade it or teach you it on YouTube, they are not teaching it right. It's very bad. A lot of these videos on CRT are so bad. I just started getting into CRT. How, just like Tay Truth said, us back testing on the hour chart yesterday, and I was like, oh, I see what they mean by CRT. I literally watched videos of it all day yesterday and did not know what the fuck CRT was. And then sitting on the charts like this, I'm like, oh, I see. Candle, liquidity, third candle, like these like little swoops of candles. Like now I see it. But when you look at someone trying to explain it to you, especially because every person who explains it, they don't know how to tell you a time frame. A lot of them say a lot of the guys I see traded say they traded on the 4-hour chart, which I guess, yes, today, yes, we got a CRT on the 4-hour chart. I'll give y'all that. But like, it doesn't happen every day. They don't tell you what time they get on. If you trade on the 4-hour, a lot of those guys are getting on at 4 a.m. Like, they don't explain like how, like, versus like me, I'm like, we're getting on at 9:30. We're waiting on the 9:30 candle. Da 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 da. Like, you know exactly what time you should be doing this, exactly what time you're looking for. But the CRT guys don't tell you shit. They just say 3 candles that happen at random. Try to find it. Good luck. And I'm like, all right, bro. If you say so. She explained it perfectly at the time, so I appreciate that. Of course, I'm here as I was a profitable trader in 3 months, because ICT made so much sense to me. But then I became break even after all these market conditions, so I know what I'm talking about. However, I might not execute it, like I've said a million times, as good as I know where it's gonna go. So we're here to learn together. We're back testing together, and we're doing all the things. So thank y'all for coming to my live. Also, I do want a live trade tomorrow, but I'm scared it's gonna mess up my psychology. But I want to live trade eventually in a Discord or to subscribers. So I guess I should just rip the fucking Band-Aid off and like live trade. But I don't know when I'm going to yet. Maybe I was gonna do it tomorrow, but maybe like next week or like beginning of September. All right, let's do one more since we're on a roll. 30-minute next. I feel like 3 a.m., 9 a.m. are high probability time frames. Yeah, I mean 3 a.m. is a good time frame. That's also the silver bullet time frame for the London session, which works beautifully. Okay, we have a little head and shoulders, which, you know, we're ICT traders, so we don't really consider that. But we already have a CRT thing going on here. We kind of came down. We could still go higher, but it's looking like, you know, we got, if you trade head and shoulders like retail people do, it's giving we're going down. Like, we already have like market structure shift. We have a lot going on in here. But like I said, you have to wait for it to show you where it wants to go. Like, I had bearish bias today. I was totally right, but I definitely saw how it could have like affected me poorly if it wanted to go higher. We also have, and I also feel like inverted fair value gaps are better, which is crazy, because when Dodgy's DG Ryan came out, I was like, he don't know what he's talking about. And now I'm like, well, he kind of does. We're gonna wait for the 9:30 candle, because see, this is the shit I talk about. Like, if this was a 5-minute or 1-minute chart, not a 30-minute, I would have just took this. Like, this is a good setup. We already closed below this. We have a wick. and then the 9:30 candle is gonna be right. It's gonna go my way. It's gonna go down here, but it's gonna come up, stop me out, take out all these liquidities, and then go my way. So this is why you wait. You just wait a little bit. Don't be like me, and especially on the 30-minute candle, chart, or the hour chart, you can't do that because you're gonna blow your account. That's why we're staying on this chart. This move is so much. You can make 10 grand on this move right here if you wanted to. That's why we're on the higher time frame. You gotta wait and let some shit shake first. So let's mark out this sell side in case it wants to go down, go up, but let's see what it does. I don't know what that was. Indecisive candle, big wick on the top and the bottom. We did sweep this little internal, but we didn't sweep anything major. You could go on the 5-minute if you want. See. This technically was one where if you wanted to get in buys, who's vibrating on my desk? What is? Sorry if you're on TikTok. Something's vibrating on my desk, but I'm using my phone to be on TikTok, so I don't understand. What? Oh, my dad's calling me, and it's on my iPad. Sorry, Dad. Technically, you could, this sell side could be in to get into some buys to the upside, and that's a nice move. Do we get a change? We didn't even get really an entry though. Now we can go to the 1-minute and see. Still don't really get an entry. You could kind of take one off this breaker retest, retest into this breaker to take it, but like I said, I'm gonna wait for it to reverse off one of these. That's a good trade. 2 to 2.7. That's a really good trade actually. So it came down here first, 9:30, boom, swept liquidity. We went right out, and if you aren't scary, because these two candles are the same. When they're like a long red and a long green like that, you could enter off that. So you could do something like that. Could do something like this. So that's one trade. Now let's see if we if we get a rejection on the 30-minute to go back down. See, boom. See, I would have waited for the other trade. And you could have took both. Because the market just zigzags. Wow. So you couldn't enter on this candle because if you entered here with a stop loss here, you would have got stopped out. So this is one of those ones where you can wait for the change of state of delivery, but I think this wick is good. Also, if I took that first trade, I would not take the second trade. I'll reiterate that. I don't take 2 trades if I win. All right, let's see what it does. And then we'll see which trade was better. See? Way bigger trade than the first one. You see what I'm saying? It's like bread and butter. Not only I could just do this, if only we all could just do this every day. It's easy on replay. I was bearish today, but I got in at 11:45 to wick me out. Yeah, it was so choppy today from it was so choppy today from, what was it, 10 to 11:45, and then it gave us our entry at 12 or like 11:50 to go down. Or you would have just had a big stop loss, which I did, but I was over leveraging to get funded in 2 days that my drawdown liquidated me before it really hit my stop loss. So I had to go down in contract sizes. So that really sucks. So look, this works. We see it works. And I guess I'm just going to keep backtesting this tomorrow until we see how trading tomorrow goes. But you go on a 30-minute. Wait, why did I delete those lines first? We're going on a 30-minute. Now, you could have took that trade. Because you see how before we played my trade, the second trade, you saw how we got a reaction off this liquidity sweep and then went up first. This is why on the higher time frames, you will not enter your trades in the higher time frames. I'm going to reiterate this. However, you will not wait for these candles to close. Because look at this. We took 2 whole trades in the time it took this 30-minute candle to close. Crazy. So you wait for a reaction off these points. And then you go to a lower time frame, and then they'll show you, like, boom, yes, you took this liquidity sweep up to this liquidity. Because a lot of people took this today, the small one, on the 1 minute, at 9:30, and then I want to wait for the reaction, or I only take continuation plays once we get a strong push above one of these liquidity points, like we did on that last trade. You see what I'm saying? But I think too, when most people get a lot of money, like once I'm a millionaire or something, I probably will take the small ones, because you know you can risk more to make, you know, you can risk $5,000 to make 20 grand. You don't need the big ones. But however, the big ones are here time and time again. They're literally here time and time again. So why not trade them? And even with me and my lower leverage, I still can't even take these all the way down. I have to take them until I make $1,400, which is usually at 50%, and then I have to close my trade. But yeah, I think, I mean, I can keep going if y'all want me to keep going, but I also can, we're doing this every day. Above the high, and I put it at the top of the fair value gap instead. Yeah, today was rough, and it sucks when you're right. Today was one of those days that just ran. So we'll see what tomorrow does. We'll see what Asian and London does. And we'll go from there. I guess I can delete all these now since y'all saw my trade recap. And what is a good size account to start with on NASDAQ? Okay, so if you're trading, was it bad today? It was bad, but it wasn't bad. So first question, what's a good size account to start with on NASDAQ? All right, so I come from options where you can trade. Like I know a girl I follow on Twitter. We've been like kikiing on Twitter. She turned $6 into $60 today. I always suggest trading options because you can trade with $100, $5, $10. You can do whatever you want with options. However, if you start doing futures, you need at least like $1,000, $2,000, which sucks. So I would always start with options or get a funded account, and you can paper trade. Now, was it bad today? It kind of was bad, but it wasn't bad today. So we just got a lot of choppiness here before we went down. So a lot of us got faked out. We knew it was going down, and it was one of those days where you had to get in very low, like somewhere down here, and have your stop loss way up here to confirm your bias. That was the thing about today. Like we swept liquidity. We swept the liquidity here today, and then, sorry, that's a different day. I was like, yeah, you see this? So it like gave us entries here, and then some of us still got stopped out. Because I think my stop loss was like here. You have to put it up here, but even here, getting into a trade down here for your stop loss to be way up here is huge. Like this was risking like $1,000. Yeah, if I let it play out, I would have made probably like 5, 6, 7 grand today. But I was trading a funded account, so I got liquidated at $1,000 and my drawdown. And I couldn't even take it all the way down because I'm on a funded account. So that's the only thing. $200 minimum for futures. You need 149 to hold one contract. There you go. Yeah, but even with, okay, if you're going to do ES, then yes, $200. I forget about ES. But if you're on the NASDAQ, one micro NASDAQ contract is going to eat that $200 up. I'm sorry to say. But if you do ES and not the NASDAQ, he asked about the NASDAQ too, not about ES. So the NASDAQ, you do need more money. Now you can do Trade-Evade. They'll let you start with, I think I have $500, but you should not be using, you cannot do $150 with NASDAQ because the movements are just so big. Like even my stop loss today was like, I mean, I did have, 4 macros. My stop loss today was like here to here, like this one candle, and that was $600. You see what I'm saying? That shit was fucking insane. Like it's just like more ticks in between these moves. So if you're gonna trade futures with your own money, I would start with ES, which I started with ES. But sometimes ES will not move as fast, or it'll like come down here in reverse versus the NASDAQ was way down here in reverse. So like you'll make like way less. That's why I switched, but it's better. Is tomorrow London and Asian market we watch? Is tomorrow London and Asian market we have to watch out? Yeah, basically, I don't do analysis overnight. Like someone asked, like, what do we think tomorrow's going to do? We have to see what Asian and London are going to do overnight first. Because you might say, okay, we swept liquidity. We're going up, and it will go up and retrace all while you're asleep. So then you have everything you thought would happen already happened. So you need to come back in the morning and do an analysis. Because, let's see. I can turn my sessions on actually. Yeah. So basically, overnight while we're asleep. I mean, Asian session starts in No, Asian session started when we got on stream, 8 o'clock Eastern time to midnight. So we're in Asian right now. It's doing its thing. And then we see like it can move in Asian, and then you could have said, 'cause I used to do recaps every night after I traded, but then everything that happened, I would go to sleep like I know what's gonna happen. I'd wake up and it already happened, and I would emotionally be mad when I got on the charts. Go RTY micro or ZB to trade for small accounts. Yeah, but when you go to like small account brokers for good leverage, they are so scammy that, like I said, just trade options. All options brokers are or regulated. Like they're now Schwab, bought TD Ameritrade, Thinkorswim, or Webull. You don't have to go to some scammy offshore forex or futures account to trade $100. You can trade $5 on Robinhood or Thinkorswim. They're not going to take your money, or you can take them to court if they do. That's also why I don't trade forex. A lot of people ask, like, why don't you trade forex? Because for you to have good leverage, I remember I got an Wanda account because that's a regulated broker, and I put $100 in it. It wouldn't let me take a 1 cent trade. It's like you're over leveraged. I was like, what? And I was like, no, this is dumb. But then all the ones that let you turn $100 into 10K are just unregulated. They're offshore, and they only use crypto to fund your account. And anything that uses crypto only for funds, I run from. I'm sorry to say. Now, if you like that, you like it. I don't like buying Bitcoin, then getting a crypto wallet. I mean, I have crypto wallets because I trade crypto during the bull markets and stuff. But like, I don't like paying for my funded account and getting my withdrawals through crypto. I don't like that. I need to go on my bank account. The most I've made from trading, $5,000 in a day. Like, do you buy houses or go on vacation? No, I have only been trading for like a month. Not a month, a year, for real. As a break-in trader, but I've been, none of y'all know me because I just started social media, but I've been an investor for years. I do have houses, and I've made like 30 grand in crypto. I've made 30 grand trading penny stocks. What am I talking about? I started trading in 2020, turned 7 grand into like 40K, started day trading, lost a lot of my money, and so in 1 year since I took day trading seriously, I have made no money. I'm basically break even. No, I lied. I've made like 1,000. I traded options. I flipped 100 to like 500. Then I started doing funded accounts and futures, and I really haven't been profitable with futures and funded accounts because the rules are so hard. But I have money from like being an investor. Like, I don't have a job. I live off my investments to learn how to trade. That's why I teach for free and I do lives. Because I don't want to scam people. Do you think Monday will be a good market? I think every day is a good market. Do I think Monday, do we have some news or something? We can see if we have news on Monday, but you don't really know until we have tomorrow and Friday. Because if it trades very sideways on Friday, then Monday's going to be hella good. Like, when it trades sideways, you know it's going to be a hella good move. But I trade New York session. Every New York session is a good day to me. Not every Asian session or London session is a good day. Like this London session, you would have been crying if you're up at 3 a.m. for this or this Asian session, you would have been sad versus the Asian session we had the last 2 nights. But yeah, I don't really know with the market how good it's gonna be. I trade every day. A lot of traders don't trade every day. I trade every day. I don't give a fuck. And a lot of traders do trade every day, but they tell y'all not to trade every day. So I really have just been a break-even trader since I started trying to get funded. So I thought about going back into my own money and stuff. And then the summer markets have been bad. That's why ICT says trade for a year. I was like, I'm profitable in 5 months. And then everyone's like, no, just wait. And I'm like, no, I'm profitable now, which I still encourage all y'all to do. Love your honesty. Yes, I'm very honest. I encourage you, like, if you're profitable today, you're like, I'm a profitable trader. Like, speak it into existence. Like, don't let these gurus and these rich people be like, oh, wait till you trade for 5 years. Because my first year trading penny stocks, I made 30 grand. I was profitable. I left. I wasn't a millionaire. I went back to work, but I still made money. You can't tell me I'm not profitable. Like, so now I'm not profitable. I'm break even. Like, I made 1,200 on Tuesday, lost 900 today. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's just like I'm trying to get my emotions in check. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, real honesty over here. And that's why I'm backtesting every day. And my goal is to get a Discord once there's another person I follow on here who I feel like is starting to teach. Not expensive teaching, like cheap teaching, but like hasn't made any money. And I feel like that's insane. But technically I do know what I'm doing, so I could teach, but I don't feel like teaching until I made like a lot of money. So I'm trying to flip my live account to 10 grand and get funded 100 grand, and then I'll start like maybe charging to teach. But until then, we're all friends and we're all learning together. Even people who comment on my stuff like, hey, try CRT, or one girl the other day said try TickChart, and like we're all just learning from each other, you know. So yeah, Monday, I feel like Monday technically are the best days. I mean, I trade every day. I don't give a fuck. I really don't. I trade. I think Mondays are really good days to trade. Does market close at 5 p.m.? It closes at 4:30, but we trade futures and forex over. I mean, I don't trade forex, but it's open. I could trade. I could take a trade right now. This Monday was horrible. No, it wasn't. I made a lot of money on Monday. We got a liquidity sweep here, and then we got S&T divergence here, and it ran up the rest of the day. What did you do on Monday that didn't make you any money? Is this Tuesday? Yeah, Monday was a good day. Monday was fucking phenomenal. Yes, it crashed. Okay, well, we're trading. We're not buying stocks or anything, so we can play. It did not, no, it crashed. It crashed. The market's been crashing. We're day trading. I made so much money last week. I made a 3,000 and I got funded, but I couldn't get funded because I made 3,000 and I didn't limit myself to the $1,500 on Top Step. I made so much money last week because we were crashing, but we day trade. You can play the downside. So I don't know how you're stressed. Now, if you own stocks, like yes, I have an investment account that's down a little bit. It was up $1,000. It's down like $300. Yes, so yes, that's a little stressful. But day trading, we play down, we play up. There's no stress. If it's crashing, we're making money off the crash. That's the best part about day trading. You can buy and sell. You don't have to just wait for it to go up. And that's when my friend got me onto day trading, because I was trading penny stocks. So I would have to wait for a big move up because it was a stock. You can't short. I mean, I read a book about how you can short stocks, but he didn't explain it. But you can't short stocks usually. You only can buy them low, sell them high. So he was like, well, you can be playing the downside instead of waiting out the downside if you learn how to day trade. And that's how I started day trading. But yeah, Monday was a good day. And we ran up. We didn't even crash. We ran up. Yeah, we ran up. We went down overnight at midnight to 2 a.m. But then London, we ran up. Liquidity sweep, boom, ran up the rest of the day. And we went up until today, and then we crashed again today. But yeah, you can just play the moves up and down. There's no need to be stressed when you day trade. When you're holding, I get it. It sucks. It sucks. I actually might take some of my money out in my investment account now, actually, for that reason. Just a few, not a bunch, because it hasn't gone down that much because I diversified. But yeah, I'm not a furu. I'm not that person, so we're all learning how to trade, and I'll start live trading, obviously, and then once I start getting very profitable and stuff, it's gonna get real private and locked in for that. But yeah, I think we're good. I think we did like over an hour. If y'all have any more questions or anything else you want to talk about in the chat, holler. But if not, I think it's time I get some dinner and go to bed. Okay. Well, yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. I kind of want to live trade tomorrow, but I don't think so. Well, I'll let y'all know tomorrow night or Friday if I'm going to live trade starting Monday next week, or if I'm going to wait until September. But y'all will know. We'll backtest tomorrow, same strategy. Y'all trade tomorrow, even if you have to paper trade, and we'll do what we just did tonight. We're going to do 30-minute execution, 30-minute analysis, execute on the 5-minute chart. That's what we're doing. And let's make some money tomorrow. and I'll do a recap of my trade like I do every day before we start. I get on live, we talk about the trade I took and didn't take, and then we'll go into back testing. All right, y'all, good night. And then